Hello, welcome to the AG Skills. We're back with another Minecraft. Let's play!
So what exactly are designer babies? Designer babies are babies that have its genetic traits and or its diseases removed or chosen by the parents. This ensures a certain gene that will be present on the baby. They are created by using intravitreal fertilization and pre-implantation genetic diagnosis.
Our topic was designer babies. The title of our article was Are We Ready for Designer Babies? The date, March to April 2016. News source, popsci.com. Who made the discovery were Chinese researchers led by Gun Bao, and the author was Claire Malgarelli.
The genetics unit and designer babies are linked very heavily. Genetics is the study of genes and genetic variation, mainly in living organisms. Designer babies are made by altering the genes within the organism. Genetic variation is the diversity of genes. Designer babies can create diversity in the generation of children, but could possibly reduce
How are they made? Using IVF, in vitro fertilization, a single cell will be removed from the embryo and left to grow until the 8-cell stage, 3 days. Then using PGD, pre-implantation genetic diagnosis, the cell will be genetically tested, identifying the genetic traits, abnormal diseases and sex of the baby. From the results, the parents will choose which embryos will be implanted back into the womb. PGD is now able to select intelligence and sportability of the child. This process is beneficial because the mother won't need to abort the baby, which causes financial and emotional stress. It also stops the passing of diseases down future generations. Why the discovery is significant? This discovery is significant because it will prevent diseases in the population. In the process of creating designer babies, PGD will detect any abnormal diseases like Down syndrome and autism. From there, the parent can make the disease absent in the child. The child will therefore certainly be healthier. Designer babies could also increase the lifespan of the world's population as the diseased alleles will be discarded, having more healthier genes. Researchers have shown that the lifespan of designer babies will be 30 years longer than normal humans.
And who exactly will this affect? Couples that are going to have a baby will be affected the most, as they can make the baby perfect. This will affect disease and disability carriers the most, as the embryo will have a very high chance of having a disease or disability. Designer babies will cancel out these chances and create a healthy child for the couples that carry disease and disabilities.
Legal. In Australia, parents can use technology for genetic diseases, but it is illegal to use it for gender selection of their baby. Potentially, gender selection of the child will create an imbalance of genders in the future, which can cause chaos in the country and the whole world.
An economic issue for designer babies is the cost. This process comes at a massive cost that some people can't afford. The cost of pre-implantation genetic diagnosis, also known as PGD, is currently worth $20,000, which for most people is very expensive. Since this is not affordable for many people, it could widen the gap between the upper and lower class, which could lead to an economic problem.
Health. A health issue about designer babies is that diseases will be absent. Diseases such as Down syndrome and Turner syndrome create mutation, making errors in the chromosome number, therefore making a mutation. If designer babies will go forward and become popular, the human race will most likely not evolve much, as there will be lesser chances of having errors, creating close to zero mutations.
An environmental impact of designer babies is the human's lifespan. Designer babies will increase the human lifespan by 30 years. The population will rise rapidly. This means that in the future, more resources will be used from the earth and environment to satisfy everyone. which may lead to insufficient use of resources.
Social. A social issue is that some countries prefer one sex over the other. Countries such as China and India prefer to have boys, as they would be more helpful to their parents in the future and could also help the economy more. Since more boys will be born compared to the amount of girls, social upheaval will be caused, with social inequality occurring. This could change future rights.
An ethical issue of designer babies is the violation of beliefs. The most common issue of designer babies is that the child's development should not be interfered with. According to the Bible, God creates all the people. Many scholars agree that this is violating God's word and playing with God. Altering a child before his or her birth is a violation of rights.